So for this problem, our first step is to find what is the work done by the weight. And finding the work is equal to the force by the displacement in this. So basically this would translate to the force times the displacement, y. Now, as we can see, the A and the B are in the same spot, on the same height. So that means the displacement in y would be 0. So the mass times the grams times 0 would just equal 0. So the work done by the object is 0. There is no work done by that object. Now, we have to find the work going from A to C. That is a little bit of a different problem. Here we can assume that to find that, we would have to use mechanical energy. So it would be kinetic energy of VA squared plus the potential energy, YA, equals the kinetic energy of C plus the potential energy. Now, at this rate, here it's on the floor, so there is no potential energy, so it would basically be 1/2. The kinetic energy, potential energy, equals the kinetic energy of C. So here, we would be simplifying that, which would basically be that VC squared equals VA plus 2GYA. Now that we have this, we can forget this squared as well. So let's assume that VC is, let's assume that VC, no, not VC, sorry. Let's assume that YO is 0, YA is 0. So we can go ahead and plug in that value, and that VA is 10 meters per second, and that would be this, VA. Now, plugging that into the problem would give us VC squared equals 10 squared plus 2 times 10, which is the gravity, times 100, which equals VC squared equals 21,000 meters per second. The square root of that means that VC is approximately 45 meters per second.